Hey everybody, it's BB. Finished with week 5 of my phlebotomy class. This week we did way more clinicals. I don't know if I told you or not, we started it late last week, but we did. My very first one, her name was Jessica, and I will never forget her as long as I live. My second was Bonnie, and they were both our preceptors. It was really slow the first day we got there, so they went ahead to let us stick them so we could get the nerve shaken off of us, but I was still nervous. But they were awesome. I can honestly say we've had awesome preceptors where we did clinicals. I had 3 of them. It was Jessica, Bonnie, and Shawnee. They are awesome, awesome teachers. You have questions, they answer them to the best of their ability. So we've had some hard sticks. What I mean hard for me was deep veins. So they were always telling us you have to learn to be a blind phlebotomist. Did not quite know what that meant, but I found out real quick what that meant. Some people have deep veins, so you may be able to feel them in their arm, but you can't see them with your eyeballs. So you try, once you locate it, palpitate it, you try to see if there may be a mole, a real thin vein, a tiny vein, or a scar, or a mole, freckle, anything. And then mentally keep it in your head. And then you stick the needle in, sometimes just a little bit less than a 30-degree angle. The first time I did it, I was just about there. I was right on top of the vein. So they helped me feel the needle, then the vein, and then when I stuck the needle in just a little bit further, and I mean just a little bit further, blood started coming. I hit goal rush. Second time I did that, I was to the side of the vein. What I mean by to the side of the vein, I was in the vein, but I had the needle too much on an angle, so it was hitting the wall of the vein. So once I brought the needle back out, blood started to flow. I've done geriatric patients that were really dehydrated, and got them. A lot of those I had to do in the hand, because some of them their veins are just so fragile. And then we got to see a baby be done, and that's done dermal. That means going in between this part and this part of their little heel. You can't do it in the middle because of the bone. And even though the little dermal needle only goes 2 millimeters, it could still hit the bone of their little foot and could cause an infection. But anyway, we got to see that done, and it was pretty intense there, but the baby didn't mind. He was 3 days old, cried a little bit, and then he quit. And I've had patients my age. You look at them, they got really good veins, and stick the needle in and veins gone. So as all of our preceptors have told us not to get discouraged, don't let them see you get discouraged, the look on your face. And that even phlebotomists that have been doing this for 30 years sometimes still need help getting the blood out from somebody else. So, and a lot of it is, you know, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So we did pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We need 100 of those to graduate, and then we're doing 5 dermals, which is sticking you in the finger for like your blood sugar test, either at home or in a doctor's office. And then what else? Oh, we were going over chain of custody. That's for like new hires, drug testing. That's a chain of custody. DNAs, chain of custody, criminal trace evidence. It's, again, chain of custody. So we got to see some of the new hires with the whole urine analysis being done, and the technique, and dropping the blue tablet in the toilet, and all that stuff. So that was kind of interesting. We can't do it, but at least we got to see how it works. I think we also, we had to study we had 3 chapters this week we got to go over, and it was doing special blood collections for like the babies, chain of custody. That was one. Dermal punctures was another one. And then our chapter 12 covered point of care testing, like doing home pregnancy test, a little checking for iron, your iron test that babies go in to have checked all the time. I don't know if they still do it or not, but mine used to have their protein checked as well, but that was many moons ago. So that was that. Point of care, like you do in the doctor's office, Wake's office. It's been challenging this week with trying to concentrate on 3 new chapters. Medical terminology, we got the rest of that. We have 125 medical terminologies we have to start studying. That's going to be next week. Our lab test, which consists of like a PT, INR, which goes to the coagulation department. It's in a light blue tube. It's checking for blood thinners, you know, Coumadin, any blood thinners. Is there any special procedures? Yes, we have to be checked for excessive bleeding after the needle comes out. Make sure we put the gauze and bandage it up really, really good, and make sure that it's almost stopped before we do bandage them up. On top of our finals for next week. I'm stressing it, guys. It's going to be an interesting week. I'm really stressing it. I know I can do it, but I just got to get my mind set in it. And I'm not 20 anymore. I just can't look at something and memorize it. I have to write it out over and over and over and over again. So, but anyway, with that being said, soon we'll be graduating, and then it'll be on to my new career, and then we can get back to normal, whatever that may be for me at that moment. So until next week, guys, see ya.